Yusek, every time we talk about population, over the past decades, the church was always part of the discussion. Now, we have asked a lot of people repeatedly, both from governments, civil society, even private sector, and even the church. And everybody has said na actually nag-improve na naman yung relationship, parang may alam na namin paano makitungo sa isa't isa.
Yes.
You've also said that, more women are opting for smaller families. They have so there's that awareness. They have the power on a certain level, and they have the access. The church is, it's not necessarily antagonistic anymore. Ano pa po yung natitirang balakid?
Well, just to talk about the church to begin with, the problem that the church identified, even in 2015 under the Aquino administration, was that too much attention was being paid to artificial methods. And that they felt that the natural methods which they preferred were not being given enough support. So we have continued a dialogue with them to that end. And last Thursday, last week, we met at with interfaith group. We had the Protestants, the Muslims, and 14 bishops of the church attended. And I presented the program as approved by the President, how we will implement the RPRH law. And I called on them to support the work, and in a way their answer was they are willing to collaborate, but in a critical way. Meaning they will not support all the methods, but they will not also talk against it. So it's a kind of ceasefire in that area, but in the area of natural family planning, we will work together.
Okay.
And the President, even in the cabinet last March 4, told us that he felt that in the BARM area, maybe natural family planning is also something that we could work on.
But the Muslims allow family planning.
They do, but there was a member of the cabinet from the Muslim sector who said that it's important that you focus on natural family planning in BARM. And we have talked to the BARM leadership, and they're open to all methods actually.
Kaya yung sa church lang, so they agreed na okay, we will promote natural family planning, at the same time hindi naman namin babanatan yung
effectively ganun
Yes,
yan.
but unfortunately it comes after the elections, because one of the things that one of the crossroads where church influence and local government intersect is the elections. And as people know, kahit hindi ka bumanat sa RH, but if there is that implicit risk for local officials and local candidates who support a more modern RH program, to risk being at the wrong end of on the wrong side of the Catholic Church. Di ba? Yun yung sinasabi, yun yung doon sa local level nagkakatalunan, and the church is a powerful force there. They do have influence over the candidates and ultimately over the local officials. But did you feel it in the last elections that we're getting past that dynamic as well?
Yeah, I felt that because the law is there, it's a reality. Both the church and local governments accept it, and it's part of the policies that they have to implement.
During your meeting with the bishops, what was their biggest concern? I mean, was it really purely on religious grounds, or because there's this argument that you haven't really built a solid argument for connecting population growth to economic derailment, retarding economic progress. I mean, did they raise that concern? What were your points of disagreement during the meeting?
Well, actually, they were not that concerned on the link of population to development at that time. What we talked about was the fact that they have a policy, the church has a policy on responsible parenthood to begin with. Next to that is that they approve of certain methods of natural family planning. But I pointed out to them despite their support for natural family planning, only 0.3% of the population are using natural family planning. I told them there's 30% of women, about 4 to 6 million women, who want family planning. You could offer natural family planning to them as a choice, as alongside artificial.
Yeah.
And how did
And
they
I
react?
challenge, they said they're willing to work on that.
Okay.
Yep.
So we will be conducting training programs in all regions. I think they will not participate directly,
But they
it-
will not stop you,
They
and
will
they
not
will not
stop
campaign
against
among the people
against
to
artificial.
stop listening to you.
Yes,
Oh.
Okay.
and they will ask their lay organizations to work with us.